What have I done to you?
Number 6, Aaron Carter, and number 77, Aaron Thomas. Eagles have won the toss and will likely to defer to the second half.
All right, Del City wins the coin toss. They will defer to the second half. That means the Durant Lions will get the ball to start the game. It is a matchup between number 2 and unranked teams, at least for top 10. 9-0 Del City looking to close out the year. This is an add-on game for them. Unfortunately, first game of the season against Douglas unable to continue. And as a result, it is 9-0 versus 5-4. Setting up potentially a tantalizing matchup for local mid-Del school fans. Not often that a potential state championship game would feature number 1 and number 2 schools that are separated just miles apart. But that is the case right now. Number 1, Carl Albert. Number 2, Del City. This is your Prep Nation game of the day featuring the Del City Eagles versus the Durant Lions. And we missed the Eagles coming on. They snuck up on me from behind. Here we go. And here come the Durant Lions now as we speak. All right, so the teams do it in reverse. Del City actually comes out first, and then Durant does the second run on the field. Kind of threw me off, so I apologize we didn't get much of Del City running on. As is, we did our best to get as much of it as we could. And we are moments out from our game of the day. The Shane Gang has come prepared. He has got his hoodie, the string, looks like an icy or a drink, so he is ready to roll. Not surprising for teams to defer, especially home teams that want to see what they're kind of up against just right off the get-go, then get the ball for early momentum. Typically more what you see in Class B and C, where potential 45-point run rules can become a premium if you can just jump on a team if you can't quite get them off for halftime. $11:53. Direct snap under center, hands off immediately, and it is a modest gain for the Lions to start the game. Nothing would make Durant happier than to finish the season 6-4. District championship has already been settled. Del City has pretty much wrapped that up, like Carl Albert has for District 1 and 2 respectively. Some surprise teams this year. Can't say that I have ever recalled seeing an Elgin team so salty. They have also finished 9-0, trying to go perfect 10-0 this weekend. Collinsville and Claremore, I believe, both 8-1 on the season. It's going to be another short yardage, I should say. It was 2nd and 5 at the 24. I don't know if they're going to split the difference here or not. They haven't yet put it back up on the scoreboard, and I can't see the exact spot due to the one umpire still standing kind of there in front of us. It's going to be enough for a first down, so they're at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 Durant. 10:48 remains. I apologize. I get some undiscernible talking going on in the booth. I don't know if he's mumbling away from the microphone, but I didn't make that part out. So Del City reads that much more definitively and gets the stop.
Number 6,
A loss of 1 back to the 28 is what it's got on the scoreboard. However, they did have the 34 listed, so maybe that's what he was trying to say. We'll do our best to get you some definitive clarification here. Officials timeout on the field. They're huddling. So I'm not sure if they are going to move the ball back or we've got an equipment malfunction, but that's what the early guess would be for me. Looks like we've got somebody's helmet. As soon as I got a beeline in on what they were actually fiddling with, they kind of all blocked it from view. So it looks like somebody's helmet's got some kind of a defective part to it. Just a reminder, it is an official's timeout, so neither score will be assessed. 3 timeouts will remain. We're at 10:01 in the first quarter. Well, we don't know whose exact helmet it is, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say number 60 over there. He's the only one in the huddle without a helmet, so we'll see how my sleuthing skills will produce results. If they cannot get that fixed momentarily, they're going to have to give him a different helmet, and it looks like that is exactly what they are doing now. Other helmet back to the Del City player, so that was truly bizarre. Don't know if he accidentally grabbed the wrong one, but have somebody on the Dell City sideline go over to Lions to give them their helmet and then carries it back from Durant. So that's what it was. Quick snap, hands off right side around the corner. And boy, I tell you what, if the blocker had been the guy with the ball on a Wildcat snap, he had it open. It would behoove the runner to get a little bit closer in behind his sweeping block because, man, there was daylight. If he could have bounced to the right of him and then cut back around the corner, it would have been down the sideline he goes. 2nd and 5 now. We're back to the 34. So we had it 28, and one guy screaming and hollering. Somehow it's off a yard. It was 28, now 34. So just off the fingertips. Durant unable to convert on the second first down, so they will punt the ball away. This will be the first time that Dell City has touched the ball in the game. Durant doing a little trickeration on the line out here, kind of making them be honest on a potential go-for-it move. And bad kick that's going to roll right out and bounce stop just at the 40-yard line, so he didn't get much of the net with that kick. By my math, he got a 26-yard punt.
Eagles will take over first and 10.
So the trickeration ends up proving for naught. As instead of rolling back and catching Dell City unawares, getting extra yardage, only able to get 26. Tackled from behind. We've had one pass attempt so far in the game that has been for Durant, an incompletion, just off the fingertips at approximately the 31-yard line. Quarterback drops, fires. He is wide open on the sideline. Though you're not going to see much of that play in view, it is a big pass completion for the Dell City Eagles. That will have them potentially in territory to score in the game. It'll be 1st and goal, Eagles. So a pass apiece and a tale of 2 catches and or misses. Dell City threatening to score here on only the 4th play of their possession. And he will be pushed out of bounds. Not much of a gain, but we'll see what they've spotted as. It'll be 2nd and goal. Looks like he actually lost 3 yards. So it'll be now a 11-yard gain that Dell City needs for the touchdown. Swings out far left, cuts up inside the pylon, and that was about as easy as it gets. Nice little cute move for Dell City. They're on the scoreboard first. It is Dell City 6, Durant 0. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage, Class 5A action between Lions and Eagles. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 lead for Dell City. 7:30 remains in the first quarter. You're watching PNTV. I'd like to thank Taco Casa as our coverage sponsor for tonight's action. If you're ever in Durant or Calera, give them a shout out, and Blake Ryan and staff will hook you up and take good care of you. They have been a Prep Nation sponsor for just about 6 years now, I think, maybe 7. Well, you can't script it much better than what Del City did. They defer to start the half and the quarter. They get a stop. Durant does get 1 first down conversion and unable to move the ball. Del City gets it, stuffed on a run, fires down the sidelines, and wide open pass, hitting probably in stride at about the 20, and then shoved him out of bounds at the 8. It's a 3-yard loss, and then an 11-yard scamper that goes the opposite direction on a play-action pass. And it is a 7-0 lead, shallow kick. Durant will have another opportunity for fairly decent field position here. Del City defense closes very quickly, so they will limit the amount of the gain for the Lions.
Lions will go the ball first and 10 from their 18-yard line. I was recording the Rick Holmes to kick off for the Eagles.
Quick snap and strike, hands off again. It's the same exact play that they ran to start the game. Read option play, quarterback tries to freeze the backers. There is no misdirection. They close the line, guards already penetrating and pushing back. So it is a 1-yard gain. The 19-yard line for Durant, 2nd and 9. Have offside. The only debate's going to be whether or not it is procedural against Durant. I think it is false start. Well, not helpful. That'll push them back to the 14-yard line.
That'll place the ball at the 14-yard line.
It is a tough sled. Another stop for Del City. Durant, I think, is going to have to get off tackle. They're going to have to start stretching the field some. If it's not misdirection, it's definitely going to have to be trying to clean and sweep off the edge. Just trying to go up, guard, and tackle. Thus far, nothing doing. It is 3rd and 12 now at the 16-yard line. Intercepted by Del City. Pick 6 takes it to the house, and provided that there is no flag, it is a 16-yard interception, return for touchdown. And just like that, Durant has gone from needing to convert on 3rd down to giving up back-to-back scores, and it is now a 13-0 lead for Del City. Ball is down, kick is up, very low, but it is once again good. So now 5:34 remains. Eagles score their 2nd score. The first one was an 11-yard touchdown pass, 7:30 remaining. Then a 16-yard interception with 5:34 to go. It is a 14-0 lead for Del City. Durant will have to dial something up and get it going here, or otherwise we're looking at a potential rout. Mid-Del schools dealing with a rare occurrence. I can't think of an opportunity where two of the three schools have moved to 6A and then both dropped back down to 5A. Usually those types of changes happen on your bubbles for class, A and 2A or 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 maybe. It's very rare that you see a team get the ADM counts for class 6A like Midwest City and hold it for 20 plus years, if not more, probably closer to 30 actually, and then lose the count and drop down to 5A. Del City momentarily went up to 6A2 for a couple of seasons, and now they're back in 5A with Carl Albert. And so all three Mid-Del schools in Class 5A now. Rather than put them all three in the same district, you get two of the three. And so if you're a purist and you want to see your teams compete, it's likely going to be either in the state championship game or not in the cards this year. If Del City draws the 2 spot, and I right now see no reason why they wouldn't, based upon their undefeated record, long as they win and Guthrie wins, it should hold true to form. And the only debate would be whether or not Elgin is the number 4 seed that would be slotted potentially for a semifinal game against Carl Albert. Would not surprise me to see Collinsville, Claremore, Bishop McGuinness, Bishop Kelly, possibly a couple of other schools as well that could bust through and upset that cart. McAllister having a down year after starting close to the top. So the Lions coaching staff, they are very committed, almost Jeff Levy style like committed to running the ball a very specific way. And if they don't come off of that, it's going to be a long night for the Lions. It is 2nd 11, and by my math, they've ran about 7 times through guard or tackle, and they've only gotten probably about a +3. We're looking at a deficit here again in back-to-back drives. Fires over the sideline just through the outstretched hands, as you can see there. Not necessarily a bad throw, just made it really hard for him to be able to time the jump and get to it. Defense is in right position for the Eagles. Read option play again. This time running back goes to his right. And we were at a 3rd and 11 at the 11. And I don't believe he got a plus on the yard. They did give him 1, so correction. It'll be 4th and 10 from the 12-yard line for Durant. They're going to have to punt now a 3rd time. And we only have, in effect, 2/3 of the first quarter played now at about 3:50. So Del City is going to get their 3rd touch of the game. Just under 4 minutes still to go in the first, quarter. Not looking good for the Lions. We'll see if they can get some momentum built up in the game with maybe a defensive stop. Young man right there on the line, number 88 for Durant, is a Davian Sims, a P1 prospect and considered by just about every recruiting service in the state, whether it be ESPN, 24/7 Sports, rivals or the new upstart on 3, all having pretty much either number 1 or number 2. I don't think he's even number 3 on anybody's list. Just a outstanding prospect so far that is committed to Oregon. About 6'4" or so. You can see he is very beefy on the line. Right there, a edge rusher. And they use his aggressiveness against him to split and get a really nice gain once again.
Ward's pass is complete to number 23, Blake Parker. Result of the play is an illegal first down.
3 minutes and 1 second remains in the first quarter. Carl Albert looking to go 10-0 on the season. Del City looking to go 10-0 on the season as we wrap up our week 10, or if you're a purist, week 11. You don't count any of that week 0 nonsense. Hard to believe that 11 weeks of football has flown by, but it has. Spreads out, quarterback drops, scans the left, scans the right, makes an audible, rolls left, fires, and it is intercepted by Durant. So that is precisely what they needed to get this team some momentum here for the end of the first quarter. 2:45 remains, so there's been 1 turnover apiece. Both interceptions will be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line for Durant. You're watching Prep Nation TV. Quarterback once again hands off, and they are not getting any penetration, or space is the word that offensive coaches like to use. There's no pancaking, there's no drilling, there's no pushing off, and those gaps are just simply not there in between guard and tackle. They're going to have to get on the end and try to make it a foot race. You run the risk with a hyper-athletic secondary like Del City, though, where they can jump your throws or kind of close lanes quickly, but they're going to have to spread this ball out and start really running kind of laterally to get something going down the field. $154 or so to go. Third and 10 at the 27-yard line for Durant. They need to get to the 37. And another pass incomplete. Well, Durant gets the turnover. They can't maximize anything, and 3 consecutive drives now that have resulted in either an interception or back-to-back punts. And kind of give you an idea of how the rich get richer in some of these potential layouts here. You can do the math. This kid right here is at the 41, maybe 42. One right behind him is just now dropped back to the 38, 37-yard line. So they're anticipating getting that ball in front of them, not behind them, and that ends up being the case again. Catches it on the one-hand flop, immediately goes out of bounds. He's going to be in between markers. So it's either going to be on the plus side of the 50, trying to see exactly if they are down all the way to start at the 47-yard line. That's what I've got. It looks, based upon the spacing, to be honest with you, closer maybe to the 48, but it is 1st and 10 at 47. So good field position. Again, quarterback read option, hands off, and the lanes there. This difference is night and day, how much movement. If you look at rushing technique and blocking, what you look for is how much movement of the white team is going backwards versus how many forward pushy plays are happening right now. They're virtually all that way for Del City, with the exception right there. Nicely done. So the Lions need to get some kind of penetration. We're now at about 32 seconds to go before the end of the first quarter. Carl Albert tends to be a little bit more throwing it with running. So scouting out the two teams so far that I've seen, the biggest difference would be, I think, that Del City sets up the run so they can throw, whereas I think Carl Albert emphasizes more on getting the offense in rhythm throwing it so then they can feed Xavier Robinson. A little bit different emphasis, but it is definitely going to be an intriguing potential matchup. Lots of athleticism, and that'll do it. Your score through one quarter, Del City 14 and Durant 0. Pretty clean quarter. Only difference is 2 interceptions, one for a pick 6 touchdown, the other one a no gainer. Ends up being a punt. So we'll start the second quarter. All right, they didn't come down quite as far as I was expecting. Do our best to get you the best angles as we can without just kind of running down the field. I do apologize. Usually we try to get flops and spots, and we just kind of work from the 30 back on each side. We've had a boost that for whatever reason hasn't been working with the camera. The last 2 weeks we've come out, and even after shutting the camera off, leaving home fully charged, get to a game to be 20 to 40% uncharged. So I'm having to lug around a big battery bank that makes it to be a little bit more difficult for getting the tripod on the move without wobbling and shaking the view. So we'll have that fixed for basketball season. All right, second quarter officially underway. Hikes, snaps. He's got the first down and more. He's going to cross into the 28-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 once again for Del City. Keeper again, clears the end. It may be coming back, folks. Looks like we've got Laundry on the field at the 23-yard line right there. So I think that's going to be a hold that's going to bring it back from the 28. And if that's the case, it'll be 1st and 20 at the 38. So Durant, second time in the game. They've got a favorable result here. Interception in the first quarter and now a penalty. So they're going to spot it all the way to the 30-yard line. And I guess where they consider the spot of the foul. So that will actually help Del City more than it being 1st and 20. According to the scoreboard, it's 1st and 12, even though I don't think the math exactly worked on where they started. It's hard to believe that that's only a 2-yard penalty, but in effect, that's what happened. It went to the 27 to the 30, but they only assessed 2 yards for the penalty. And nicely done by the Lions. Split formation, pistol four, pulls back, looks, gonna keep it again. Decides not to throw, goes around his edge, and as you can see, just out of bounds right here in front of us. All right, we've got another glitch on the scoreboard. It showed 3rd and 13 at the 33, then it changed to 3rd and 5 at the 22. So I'm going to give you the numbers, even though sometimes I think they're going to be off, because that ball's definitely not at the 22-yard line. And another holding penalty comes out. This time it's thrown right at the 25-yard line. Progress makes its way all the way down to the 17, though. So I think it's going to wipe out that gain and going to push us back once again for Dell City. Substitution on the package for the Lions. 10:43 to go in the second quarter. And this one a little bit more costly. It's definitely not going to be a +2 this time. They're all the way back to the 34-yard line, almost the 35. Scoreboard is off every spot by a yard or 2 yards. They keep giving their team a +1 or +2. Ball's definitely at the 34, closer to the 35. Fires across the middle. He was wide open. Jump ball, and man, what are you going to do with that? I mean, seriously, what are you going to do with that? 5 seconds late, just like it's a jump ball. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good once again. It is now a 21-0 lead for Dell City. They're all over the Lions here. Eagles winning 10-25 remains. Before halftime, you're watching Prep Nation TV. Wide receiver clearly beat the safety. Stopped, waited on the ball, and probably about a 5-second delay. And it allowed 2 defensive backs to close in. No matter, he beats them both for the jump. And it is a 34-yard touchdown pass. So 3 scores. 11-yard pass touchdown. 16-yard pass or interception touchdown, pick 6. And a 34-yard passing touchdown again for Dell City. It is 21-0 Eagles. Dell City definitely taking their time on the kick. And here we go. That one's going to go out of bounds. Lands outside of the 24-yard line marker. We'll see where the exact spot is. It's going to be very good field position for Durant. Looks like they've got him right inside the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at Durant. Quarterback hands off, left side, RPO read. Trying to clear space, still on his feet, still pushing, and eventually put back. So a nice scrappy run for the Lions once again. They're having more success going off tackle and in sweeps. The problem with running any jet sweep is you have to cut up field before obviously the defensive corners and safeties read it and cross over into the neutral zone, because you can lose yards actually trying to get outside. So Durant's got to pick their poison here. They've ran up guard and tackle. That hasn't worked, so trying to spread the field out a little bit here with the spread formation. And immediately throws, shove off, had possession, as you can see, and then bobbled it as well. Not sure if it wasn't going to be called potentially a pass interference play anyway on the shove off, but it would have been a massive gain for Durant had it stood. 3rd and 5 at the 40. Only one first down in the game for Del City. A correction for Durant. That came in the first play. They got approximately 14 yards to move the ball. Another jet sweep, drug him down from behind. That time, didn't have to worry about clearing the end. He had to worry about getting away from the tackle, because he was on him from the get-go. I don't know if Durant is saving Sims for more reps in the second half, but he's been atypically off the field a lot already. So I've been kind of surprised. You have the player that's not only considered the best on your team, but one of the better ones in the state. Oh, what a move. Shake and bake, and all the way into the 40-yard line. Nicely done by the Eagles. I'm telling you, a very athletic squad. Very impressed with them early on. They're putting a lot of pressure on this Durant squad, looking to finish their season either 5-5 or 6-4. Del City, one of 3 Class 5A teams that are a perfect 9-0. That does come with an asterisk with it. They were winning the Douglas game, but due to the gunshots and just senseless tomfoolery that went on, they officially canceled that game. So if you're a boxing purist or MMA enthusiast, the equivalent of a no contest. So it's like the game never happened. All right, dual wide formation for the Eagles, and those are usually when they fake, and it is highly successful because you think they're going to throw, instead they're wanting to run, and they get an isolated backer on a running back, which is a misdirection play to start with, and then it becomes a disadvantage play for Durant. Speed just kills, and in this particular case, Del City has got tons of speed in the skill positions. It was 1st and 10 at the 39. Not sure exactly how much he did get. Yes, 2nd and 10 is what they're saying, so a no gain. Jumps out of the tackle, 2nd tackle, 3rd tackle, and now group tackled. So if there's any positive for Durant, it is that they're forcing, hopefully he's okay. They're forcing Del City to have to run for short gains and long gains. It's not like they've always just had a 3rd and 2 or 2nd and 4. They had to get the full 10 on that, and they did. So our first official timeout of the game. It is 21-0 Del City over Durant, your Prep Nation TV game of the day. When we resume, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 7:56 remains. Have our first final of the evening to report. Tipton has defeated Temple 46-0 in Class C. So Tipton had dipped for the last couple of years, but they are back on top of the 8-man football world with a vengeance. So we'll see how they progress into the playoffs. Wide out. Ooh, big hit. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for Del City. Hands it off again. Read option play is successful up to the 20, 15, 10, cuts in, touchdown. It is a 30-yard scamper. So the first rush touchdown of the game for the Eagles makes it 27-0 Del City. And the route is on, folks. Ball is down, kick is up, and once again, it is good. 28-0 Del City over Durant. 7:21 remains here in the second quarter. It has been all Eagles. 1 pick six for a touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns, and now a beautiful rush and creation play by the tailback, just kind of improvised throughout, and made it a beautiful cut up, cut back, and then streaked down the sideline, outrunning about 6 defenders along his way. 4 touchdowns, 4 touches. Del City rolling here in the 5A action to wrap up the regular season. And barring any just tumultuous second half and crazy retaliation, turn of events, and rally by Durant, Del City will be heading into the playoffs, the number 2 seed.
Which I don't know who the backup quarterback is or how effective he is. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Maybe it was Ardmore.
Game is far from being hopeless. However, the better way to describe it so far has been hapless, just not converting on opportunities, unable to get more than the initial first down. So this is a huge touch here. We've still got a ton of time left. I mean, I swear the clock has been stopping on virtually every play, because the second quarter, it feels like, at least to me, that it's gone by much slower than the first quarter that kind of just zipped by.
Number 73 on the stop.
7 minutes before half is an eternity for Durant. They need to get the ball moving and chunks, even if it's not 10, 15, or 20 yards at a time, just enough to move the ball and keep your team moving, get some confidence going. 2nd and 8 from the 34. Fires it over, another drop. That is the 3rd drop for completion, which so far leaves Durant without a pass completion. The substitution package coming in for the Lions here. 3rd and 8, ball at the 34-yard line. Nothing doing. Don't know how many more times that Durant is going to try to run through the guard, but it hasn't worked yet. It's not working, and they are going to have to dial up some misdirection plays, some trick plays, because this game is all Del City. Massive advantage on the line of scrimmage, massive advantages in yards gained and scoring opportunities, and just passing and throwing here so far, really holding Durant one-dimensional to the run game, and then devoting top box loading to pretty much block the routes and hold them to 2-3 yard gains at a max. 5:44 positive there. They've pinned Del City way back, and so very favorable kick. And if they had a couple more of those, that would have been very helpful. All the way to the 10-yard line. So kudos for the kicker. Does a great job. Really helps his defense here. Hopefully kind of get another opportunity to kind of get their breath and maybe see if they can get some luck. And they get a 3-yard stop and loss for yardage. So now, watch this, folks. Del City's all the way to the 7. Quarterback drops. He has got, oh boy, he had the wide receivers, but the best play of the game for Durant by far, penetration in, gets the quarterback, dumps him off, and I don't think he even gained a yard on that. I think they lost another yard, and I bet you they're all the way now to the 6-yard line. 3rd and 14 now, so now Durant has got something going here. You get a stop here, and then maybe a block, bad kick, kicking into the wind kind of right now. And maybe you can get something on the scoreboard for halftime. We go a little bit of wider angle format here. Quick snap, quarterback rolls, fires down the sideline, just over the outstretched hands of number 9, the wideout. So for the first time in this game, it is going to be a Del City punt. And they are going to need the same magic that the Durant kicker got. He's going to be getting that ball almost at the goal line after it snaps from the 6. So if he is not 1 or 2 feet from the edge of the end zone, he's going to be very close to it. The wind is definitely blowing toward Del City, as you can tell on the spacing of the 2 kickoff returners. They're not trying to be disrespectful to the punter. It's just that the way the wind is blowing on this particular alignment, they've kicked into it, and it is going to whip this ball back if he goes high, which he does, and it's just going to pull it. Yep. It's like an invisible shield wall. So the best field position of the game for Durant by far. They are already into Dell City territory. It'll be 1st and 10. 4:13 remains.
Physical therapy center, we take the health and safety of our patients, employees, and community seriously. Our clinics are clean and safe, so you can get the help that you need. Get back to play, get back to life faster with the Physical Therapy Center. Schedule an appointment today at PTCenter.org.
Quarterback, pass route, entire time. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness that the offensive receiver contested that, or that would have been another interception.
Pass ball's incomplete.
So all passes so far for, I believe, the quarterback replacement. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think they do have the reserve in tonight for the Lions. Just unable to get things started. Hasn't been able to get any passes completed. And that makes you exceptionally one-dimensional, and with the play calling constantly trying to go to the guards, it has just been kind of 4 out of 5 that any opportunity to move it, Dell City has just pushed them back, jumps the route, strips it, and another passing completion. That one by the quarterback definitely should have been caught. 3rd and 10 at the 31-yard line. I'm shocked this isn't 4-down territory. 3:58. Quarterback drops under pressure. He will roll out, scans the field, and throws to nobody. And it'll be 4th down now for the Lions. No gain, no yardage on the great field position at the 31. You'd almost really, I mean, being frank, you'd have a better chance here probably to kick a field goal with the wind blowing this way. If you had a good kicker, I'd trot him out now. However, they're not going to do that. They're going to go for 10. They'll need to get to the 21-yard line, 3:51 remains.
Timeout on the field, called by the Lions. That's their second.
So the Lions call a timeout once again to get their play maybe set up. Don't like exactly what they see in the defensive package or scheme. Best to get you some cheering as well. So the coach tells me there's a chance. So they are going to give this thing a shot here for a 49-yard field goal. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. So that's exactly what I would have done. That's what they did. Made me look smart, taking advantage of a massive crosswind that is blowing the opposite direction. So the backspin on it just keeps on going. And so Durant gets on the scoreboard. It is 28-3, 3:47 remains. You're watching Prep Nation TV.
With a score right now is the Lions 3. And here is the 28.
Most of the games in the state will be tomorrow. So it'll be a busy Friday, final Friday event. Some of the classes only 1 or 2, some are just 3 games today. Another final to share. Tuttle defeated class in SAS 23-0, so the Tigers finish their season 8-2. 2 other Class 5A games tonight. Will Rogers leads Edison Prep 17-7. That's in the second quarter. And Lawton Eisenhower 29-0 over Southeast. Surprise score to share with you. Sand Springs in Class 5 or 6A2 over U.S. Grant 49-0 at halftime. That is a crazy, crazy score. Eagles with the kickback. Oh, watch out. Defense closes nicely there to prevent that. That was a little spittle top, little opening that closed very quickly. Del City unable to soar and get through that. So good job by Durant tightening up the defense and limiting the game. It'll be 1st and 10 now at the 34-yard line for Del City. They were 4 for 4 to start the game on touchdowns. One of those possessions included an interception. They punted into the wind, gave the young squad here from Durant great field position at the 31, unable to get any yardage, so they just trotted out the kicker and made themselves a 49-yard field goal. Oh, watch it. There he goes, folks. 66 yards to the house. That young man has got some jets, folks. What you can do with that. He just outran everybody. And some fakery here. Trickeration. Throws the ball, clears. I think he's going to get the lunge and lean in, so it's a 2-point conversion. Make it 36-0. Correction, 36-3. Del City over Durant.
With that score, that makes it the Lions 3 and your Eagles 36.
Man, there is still a ton of time left before halftime. 3:28. So if Durant can't get a first down here, Del City could potentially, folks, get their 6th touch of the game. So far, 5 touchdowns, 1 punt, and other than that, it has been a flawless first half for the Del City Eagles. Takes the ball at the 18-yard line, crosses the 20, and he'll be down automatically on contact at about the 23-yard line, I believe is where we're going to start. Could be even back closer to the 21, so I stand corrected there. I knew that he did not get much of a push. It was almost instant touch and down on that tackle, so nice job by the Eagles. Split formation for the Lions. Trying to go heavy on a jumbo package. They do get a yard. I think he's going to make it up to the 22-yard line exactly, so it'll be 2nd and 9. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I think Durant should stop trying to run off guard and even off tackle. I think you're going to have to go on the ends. You're going to have to do some reverses, some jet sweeps, some option plays that force them to choose who they're going to pursue. But just trying to go right up the center on that 4-man front for the Eagles has not worked out for them tonight. Second and 9. Same exact play. This one does have some power to it, so they do get a nice run. He crosses the 31-yard line. We'll see how far he is as far as a marker. It is enough for a first down. So it'll be at the 31, 1st and 10. Only the second first down of the game for this young Durant squad. Bam. It's going to lose, looks like 2 yards on the play. Well, they're going to be very generous when they spot it. They've got it almost to the 31 again, so they're going to say no yards gained. Sure looked like to me that he got brought back a couple of yards. Substitution for the Lions. Looks like they're going to go with a jumbo package or a version at least of a little bit beefier play here. Split wideout formation right. And again, loading up top heavy on the right side. This may be a sweep play. Hands up the middle anyway. Looks like it's going to be forward progress negated and stopped at the 31. He may get a plus half a yard, give or take. So he's past the 31 now. Going to be in between the 32. So I would call it 3rd and 9.5. Hand off. Just don't like the call. You need first down yardage. You need it. And it just perfectly ran right into them. So 3 rushes, all up tackle, all resulting in an overall negative yardage for you. It is just a play that has not worked much. And that'll do it. Your final play of the half. It is 36-3. We'll get you a shot here. The players coming through for halftime. We'll have band presentation and at the half score updates for you. Your score at the half brought to you by Taco Casa. In Class 6A1, Union leads Edmond North 17-0 at halftime. It is Broken Arrow and Moore 14-14 in a tie in the second quarter. In Class 6A2 action, Putnam City 37-7 over Northwest Classen.
Yes, sir.
Deer Creek 14-6 over Putnam City North. As I alluded to earlier, Sand Springs 49-0 at the half over U.S. Grant. And we do not have a score update to share for you for the Choctaw and Ponca City game. I do apologize. In Class 5A action, joining us here, which is Durant 36 Durant, or correction, Del City 36 Durant, 3 at the half. Lawton Eisenhower leads Southeast 36-0. And then Will Rogers 17-14 over Edison Prep. Heading now to Class 4A, only one game. That was the final score from earlier we shared. Tuttle 23-0 over Classen SAS. In Class 3A action, Inola 14-12 over Verdigris. So only one game to share there for Classes 3 and 4A. In Class 2A action, Lindsay 48-7 over Crooked Oak at the halftime. Perry 14-3 over Alva, likewise at halftime. And Sperry leads Beggs 23-16. Those are your Class 2A updates at the half. In Class A action, Quapaw 44-0 over Hulbert. Central Salisaw 34-8 over Canadian. And Oklahoma Union 21-8 over Chelsea. Your Class B scores at the half. Covington Douglas 2014 over O'Keene. Regent Prep has defeated Pioneer Pleasantville 52-6. Sealing 24-14 over Southwest Covenant. Laverne has defeated Balco Forgan 52-0. Webbers Falls 32-6 over Quinton. Wilson has defeated Central Marlowe 45-0. Drumright 30-0 over Olive. And no score to share with you for Foyle and Cave Springs. And wrapping up your updates in Class C, Corn Bible trails Gary 16-12. Tipton defeats Temple 52-zip. And Boise City up 20-0 over Sharon Mutual. Those are your at the half score updates brought to you by Taco Casa.
When you're planning on going to college and majoring in union, health, and biology in order to pursue a pre-med track, this paper quote is all your money. See, voices, cast. Luke Porter. Luke is being escorted by Macy and Matt Porter. He's been in the band for 210 years. His accomplishments include making OI, Jamie, playing in musicals, and overall growing as a musician. His favorite memory includes when he graduated and spending time with all his best friends every day. Luke plans on attending either UCL or OU in either audio engineering, jazz performance or architecture, and professionally performing and composing music. His favorite quote is to be or not to fuck off. Disney Dress. Luke, one more. Alexa Avila Aguilar. Alexa is being escorted by Luis Avila, Brandon Aguilar, Ron Aguilar, and Simmons. Alexa has been in the band for 7 years. Her accomplishments include learning instruments, not quitting, being first chair for a couple of consecutive years, being top in band, and not quitting to put together Western Coast Sassas. Her favorite memories include watching the sunset and sunrises during the rehearsals and getting left behind by Mr. Johnson at a jazz concert. Mr. Tucker including his singers in Sassafras. Special shout out to Mr. Jordan for doing a good side character in their biggest spot. Alexa plays to major in biochemistry and philosophy and pursue a career in electric field. Alexa's quote is "Every is sound." Alexa, they will happen. Matthew Beal. Matthew is being escorted by Cynthia, Randia, and Judy. Matthew is being married for 7 years. His accomplishments include being able to play all over brass instruments, being in the top trombone in the band, and being an overseas pro. His favorite memory includes the band trip to Burger Street in New Orleans. Matthew plans to make them well. Matthew's favorite quote is, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." Matthew Deal. Aya Cameron. Aya is being escorted by Nazarina Kabala and Susan Hayara, Yosef and Zane Vermont brothers. Aya is in the band for 7 years. Her accomplishments include becoming a section leader in the top band, earning superior ratings in the flute club, making an honor band, solo and ensemble medals, and the best section award. Her favorite memories include getting left her sophomore year during the jazz competition. I asked someone to pursuing a business major on the pre-med track. His favorite quote is, "How lucky I am to have something that says goodbye, say bye," by Winnie the Pooh. Oh yeah, here. Gina Juarez. Here's the escort by Carla Juarez, Emilia, Kyle, Giovanni, and Anthony Juarez, in Lance Michaels. She has been married for 7 years. Her accomplishments include being a section leader, a community leader, and making it to the top category. Her favorite memory is the Saturday competitions. She has been able to come to college and be a losing education. Her quote is, "If you never try, you'll never know." Gina Juarez. Jalissa Lee. Jalissa is being escorted by Jalissa Walker and Jason Lee. Jalissa is being guarded for 3 years. Her accomplishments include winning second place in her first year of kindergarten. Her favorite memory in guard is senior night last year. Jalissa plans for the future of her life decided. Her quote is, "I've got plans on the other side," by Dr. Favorite, Princess of the Ball. Jalissa Lee. Marissa Martin. Marissa is being escorted by Marcus Costa, Michael Martin, Arthur Costa, and James Martin. Marissa has been working for 6 years. Her accomplishments include making a drum major all 4 years of high school, won the best drum making competition from sophomore year, went to many jazz competitions with multiple awards alongside of colleagues. Her favorite memory is anytime we have a bus ride from competitions. The family dynamic always maintained with the hard work. Marissa plans to attend UCO and get a bachelor's degree in music production. Marissa's quote is, "I don't know what I want to do with my life." She is open. Marissa, Miguel Ortiz. Miguel is being escorted by national teams, Rafael Ortiz, Gabriel Ortiz. Miguel has been in the family for 3 years. His accomplishments include being a section leader, making a win with combo, and making top jazz. His favorite memories include playing in the park during the marching season. Miguel plans to major in business administration at Louis. Miguel's quote is, "Sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us in the direct path to the best things that will ever happen to us." Miguel Ortiz. Curtis Radical. Curtis is being escorted by Mr. Thomas and Jennifer Lee. Curtis has been a guard for 4 years. His accomplishments include being guard captain and getting second place in Illinois. His favorite memory includes a full guard crowd after the guard competition this sophomore year. Curtis plans to attend state championship degree in computer science. His favorite quote is, "Even if you mess up, keep going." Curtis Radical. Cameron Stewart. Cameron is being escorted by Brian Stewart and Helen Pratt. His accomplishments include being part of the game and being important to them. His favorite memory of the game is doing all the fun things like the elementary school tour and the Yukon competition. He plans on creating his own video game series and other entertainment like TV shows and movies. Cameron's favorite quote is, "Don't wish for it, work for it." Cameron Stewart. Jasmine Thorne. Jasmine is being escorted by Daniel Thorne, Steve Thorne, and Tori Thorne. Jasmine has been in the band for 7 years. Her biggest accomplishment was probably in the music by memories. Her favorite memory of the band is after school marching rehearsals and making memories with her favorite people. Jasmine plans on going to college and getting a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and becoming a 911 dispatcher. Jasmine's quote is, "When in doubt, Jasmine Thorne." Dallas Upside. Dallas is being escorted by Sherry River, Jack River, Grace Dawkins, Abby Savage, Ava Roper, Sophie Roper, and Bethany Brown. Dallas has been in the band for 8 years. Her accomplishments include being a top 8 coach as a concert singer and having opportunities to play in several level finals. Her favorite memory includes singing Congress prayers before rehearsals and games. Dallas plans on continuing performing and going to college to study music education. Dallas's quote is, "Don't be a superstar from the back." Dallas, up top. Up next is our cheers tonight. First up is Lanai Cole. Lanai is being escorted by Diane Cole, Corey Cole, and Selena. Lanai has been a 4-year member of the Nelson High School cheer squad. She made All-American as a freshman and was named squad captain this year for her senior year. Lanai's favorite cheer memories are when everyone set a practice having a good time and just being goofy. And after school, Lanai plans to take college and get a medical degree. She also plans to try out to become a member of the National Cheerleaders Association staff and get to travel with their instructor at the games. Lanai Cole. Gabriel Davidson. Gabriel is being escorted by Michelle Davidson, Trey Davidson, and Perseverance. Gabriel has been a member of the Bell City Cheer Squad for 1 year. Gabriel's favorite cheer memory is all the team bonding they got to do during practices and games. After high school, Gabriel plans to go to college and get a degree in criminal justice. Our cheer singers. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for the Pride of Dale City, the Dale City High School marching singers and our cheer singers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat for you tonight. Performing their second routine, we have the Dale City High School Pop Squad. Good job, ladies. Eagle fans, put your hands together one more time for Power.
Going on like live television right now, and they can just hear us. sideline. That's what you can watch online. We're cold.
I'm gonna start recording.
Huh?
I'm gonna start recording.
Oh yeah.
That's clear too.
Yep.
No, it's recording.
Yeah. I was like, that's what
Oh.
you think.
Well, they'll see we're on TV then.
They always.
Well, the third quarter now officially about to begin. It is all Del City. Pick six, couple of touchdown passes, and then a two-headed monster develops late in the second quarter as tailback commit to OSU runs all up and down the field for a 34 and then a 66-yard touchdown. And they go for two, and it is a 33-point lead for Del City. Eagles looking to go a perfect 10-0 on the regular season, even though this is technically their 11th game of the year. The Douglas game, unfortunately, does not reach a conclusion due to a just boneheaded shooting incident. Give the entire state a bad name and obviously scared a lot of people, rightfully so. So that game officially canceled between Del City and Douglas. And then now Del City elects to get the kickoff to start the second half after deferring and winning the coin toss. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. I think the announcer has done this several times. He is substituting his opinion over what's happening on the field. That was a turnover. It was a possession ball, Lions. He's done that a couple of times when it was a first down. He said fourth down. And so that is a turnover. So just to start the game, Durant with some momentum here. Hopefully they can get on the scoreboard as far as the touchdown. It has been all Del City so far. So the onside kick is successful. Gives them the ball 1st and 10 at the 50, not the 20. Scoreboard 30 yards off, close enough. Quick strike, handoff. He's going to get maybe 2 yards. Looks like they'll have him down at either the 49 or the 48. Split formation. Quarterback hands off, and they read it perfectly. Loss for yards.
Number 15, backfield, 30 yards.
Looks to me to be about a 4+ yard loss. It moves them inside their own marker just off the 46-yard line after they were at the 48. Fakes throw, whips it over. Ball almost hit the ground. So technically it is the first completed pass of the game. And I don't know that it's going to be enough of a gain to justify going for this here. I think you're better served pinning them really deep. However, you started the game with a turnover on down and then a pick six. And so at this point, I don't know, much else can't really hurt. You're going to have to get bold at some point. I just don't see them giving Del City the ball right at the 50, but they are going to go for it. And misses the throw, so it is a turnover on downs after the onside kick is successful. It'll be 1st and 10. And I believe we are almost dead center right at the 50-yard line. So 50 yards to pay dirt for Del City. So the turnover doesn't cost Del City anything. The pick six did make a difference. Ball was deflected. Unfortunately, number 52 running backwards had an opportunity to catch that one. Just never really saw the ball materializing. Number 58 correction. Not sure why the clock keeps stopping. It's doing that like clockwork, pardon the pun. They've been stopping the ball every possession almost and then resuming it after the ball hikes instead of when the play is set. This should be a rolling clock, not a timeout. It wasn't an incomplete pass and timeout. Another incomplete pass. Kind of give you an idea, only 5 seconds has come off the clock for 2 total plays. So it'll be a 3rd down and 10 at the 50. So neither team looking especially sharp here to start the 3rd quarter. However, Durant needing to get a turnover or a punt. Fires down the field. Pass is completed. I believe he's going to have enough to move the sticks, and he does. 1st down, Del City. Nope. Correction, he did not get it. I apologize. All right, so both teams go for it, ostensibly on 4th down. Here we go. Rolls him, flushes him. He's got enough yardage, all ready to cut back, throw. Here we go. Wide open, touchdown. 45-yard bomb for Del City. We do have a flag down, though, right here at the 42-yard line. And that negates the touchdown, so that'll be coming off the board. Apologize about that. Accidentally, or inadvertently, I should say, hit the reset button instead of the correction. So Durant gets the stop. Touchdown is negated. And then as a result, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line for the Durant Lions. Again, clock stops again, 8:45 to go. So both teams go for it on 4th down. Neither team converts due to the penalty. Procedural foul. Oh. They're not liking that. So I guess 12 men on the field. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, 12 men on the field. They were packed in so tight I didn't actually catch it myself. Pass completion will be right up to the 20-yard line. So he gets back a portion of the 5 yards, not all of it though. So already a decidedly different kind of vibe for the third quarter and second half. Both teams go for it on 4th down and don't get it. Then we've had back-to-back penalties now called, one on Del City, now one on Durant. So teams just kind of seem to be in a little bit of a funk after maybe getting in and getting some warm weather in the locker room before the start of the third. Kind of a nippy night here. I like the play. I think there should have been more of that misdirection. Quarterback keeper. Running back did a great job selling the catch or the receive, part of it. So he had players definitely following him. We'll be now up to the 24-yard line. So now with the penalty offset, it is actually a 3rd and 9. 1-yard gain. Oh, perfectly called route, just overthrown, and as a result, it's 4th down. Man, if he had been on the money with that, it would have been a touchdown up the yard, and it would have been a 76-yard score to the house. Hate that for the Lions. It's been a tough game so far. It's been all Del City. Touchdown comes off the board. We're going to be getting our punt from the 13-yard line. So there will be no trickeration on this. You cannot afford to give them the ball back-to-back plays inside their own 50 or at the 50 inside. So a nice kick's going to roll off fingertips. Del City spins back, pivots, and back across the field. We're up to the 35, looks like. Almost, going to be in between about 35 and 40. So that was all the kick returner. Man, he made something from nothing. Definitely impressed with Del City's kicking squad. So far, it's been a battle of which position, I should say, on the field you find yourself in for kicks. So when they've been going south-north direction, which is the way Durant is moving now, it's been much more favorable for the kickers to get off the field goal, the punts, the kickoff, etc. And nice gain once again for the Eagles.
Number 7, Shane Green on the carry. Result of the pass, and there you go! Touchdown! The first and 10 from the line, 41.
Another gain. All the way in for a first and goal. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Step back.
5:50 to go. Quick snap. Read perfectly by the defense. They'll drop him for a loss. He'll be all the way back to the 9-yard line. So the best defensive play of the first half went to the house on a pick 6. The best defensive stop in the third quarter goes the opposite direction. So Durant hopefully can build on something here, moving them back 4 yards. 2nd and 9 now. It'll be 2nd and goal still. I should correct myself. And hands off once again. He's going to split the difference on the sack or tackle for loss. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. They're back up, but now at the 8-yard line. So in effect, it's a -3 after 5 yards swapped on the loss and gain. It'll be touchdown or bust for Del City on this particular play. Quarterback looks, scans, fires into the end zone, and that's about as easy as it gets for the uncontested really throw. I mean, he was wide open and beautifully done, perfectly read by the quarterback. And it is now 42-3. They have sent the kicker out on the field. Different angle here. Sorry for the bobble, just trying to move so we don't get the crew right here in front of us on the camera. 43-3. Well, 40-point lead for Del City, their largest of the game. I like Durant's smokiness to start the quarter, however, it proves costly. They set Del City up, and they are able to get a short field and score, mixing in beautiful passing with rushing. And it has been an offensive explosion now for Del City, 43-3. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 5A game of the day. I'd like to thank Blake Ryan and staff from Taco Casa in Durant, Oklahoma. If you're ever there or passing through Calera first, stop in and say hey to Blake. He will take good care of you. After they get the construction done, it'll be a little bit easier. If you're from that area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, it's easy to get off. It's hard to get going the opposite direction again. So hopefully they get that project completed just outside of Calera. Inside the 8-yard line up to the 15, 20, crosses 25, 30. And nice return for the Lions. Good job, young man. Not sure exactly why the screaming PA guy got so excited about that. It was a return from the 8 all the way to the 33. Lions 1st and 10. Looks like we're going to have our first timeout called of the game for Del City. So they kept all 3 in the first half. They burned their first here to start the 3rd quarter, or halfway through. And so we've got about 4 minutes to go. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Durant will have the ball. You're watching PNTV.
Let's go, Eagles.
Jet sweep action. Going to the tailback. You can see that one coming already. He's going to trip him up. He's going to be short before the 35. Looks like the knee is going to drop about the 34. We'll see if they give him the extra yardage on the lean, and they do, so it'll be at the 35. Be a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 now. It's tough to beat those ankle tackles, man. If you've got a kid that's got strong forearms, good arm, just tough to get both of those feet back in rhythm and motion, and that's exactly what Del City does. And the lean forward does give him about a yard extra, though. Multiple flags thrown. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a face mask on this one. Saw a head kind of turning sideways as he was running. So that is the largest gain of the game for this Durant squad. I won't say that it's the way that you want to get the yardage, but at the same time, yards are yards, and in a game like this, you have got to get into Del City territory. They are now there for the first time in the game after the turnover, of course. And so twice now in the game total, they've done it in the 3rd quarter. That's something to build off of. Just waffler of a ball, nobody there, probably underthrown about 10 yards or so. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line for Durant. Tomorrow we'll be shifting gears. It'll be a Class B matchup, our game of the week, which will showcase in our rankings the number 2 rated Dewar Dragons versus the number 8 rated Caddo Bruins. It will be at Caddo High School. So looking forward to seeing our Bruin friends there. So there's only one media outlet in the state of Oklahoma that covers all classes. Vibe will take photographs and recaps and things, not to leave them out, but by and large, I never see other media at Class 2A, A, B, C games that I cover. Not to say that there are not some in Washington and Millwood games. I've seen some media there before. A ton of really good players and a ton of really good coaches and programs in the smaller classes in the state of Oklahoma. They don't attract a lot of attention for recruiting, but there are a lot of young men that will play an entire game, 2 different positions, some of them as many as 3, some offense, defense, and special teams. And so we do our best to give them a plug. Another drop pass. You got to catch those right on the hands, right on the mark. From 3rd and 8 to 4th and 8, number 1, but number 2, you could have split the yardage that you needed and easily had a manageable 4th and 3, 4th and 2. Almost had a 12th man run on the field again. Here he comes again. I think they're going to be counting this out again because you had 13 moving toward going to the field. Lions are going to go for it. Throws it. And he caught it. So that is the best play of the game for the Durant Lions. A very small crowd making the trek out here tonight, as you can see. Number one, it says it's 58, but I'm going to call on that one. It feels a whole lot colder than 58. Just 1:45 to go. Deepest that Durant has found themselves all game. They would love nothing more than to get a touchdown. We're going to have a timeout called on Durant, their first of the quarter and first of the half. So it'll be 2 apiece. 1:39 remains in the third quarter. Your score, Del City 43, Durant 3. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage.
Bank First is proud to be a legacy sponsor of Del City football. Bank First is loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you. All
right, we're getting some impromptu cheering here for you. Just curious if they would dance with the other side playing the song. All right, here we go. Quarterback hands off, scampers. It's a committee shove, the old tush push, except they act pushing back more toward the back. It's going to get 6 yards on the game. That'll take them all the way to the 9-yard line. 1:24 remains. So going to have plenty of opportunities and plenty of time. No need to rush your play here. You want to get the best one you can, regardless if the potential score hits to start the fourth or at the end of the third. We've still got plus 105 to go. Hands off again. I don't think he's going to get quite as much this time. However, it is going to give him, inside of a minute to go, an opportunity to get at least 2 more plays off, I would think.
All right, fans, it's
3rd and 2 at the 7-yard line. And sweeps around, look for the corner, looking for the corner. And it's going to be very, very close. 17 seconds, so they're going to mark this one. It'll be a potential 4th down. He needed to get at least to the 5-yard line because it was 3rd and 3. And again, wrong again. I don't know how many times the PA guy has said something when it's Durant getting a call, the opposite of what happened on the field. That's a first down. It's a 1st and goal, not 4th down. That is, I think, the 3rd time that he has kind of done that to them. It's getting kind of really perturbing to me. You can't substitute your opinion for the call on the field. But it's 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper, just short, as you can see there, with the outstretched hands wanting to kind of get it. And we've got 10 seconds to go, so they're going to be able to get actually 5 plays inside the final 50 seconds, which is crazy. So they get 1 yard that they needed 2 for, so it'll be 2nd and goal or 2 and 2. And Durant looking to get on the scoreboard here. They got a field goal. Now they need a touchdown. Quarterback run. You can't slow it down. You got to go fast. It's going to be very close. I think he's going to be down. Yep, got it. Touchdown. It's hard to tell with the players laying on the field. He just kind of followed a guy and went right behind him and leaned forward. Well, that's the best drive of the game for the Lions, the best result of the game. And they have come out here in the third quarter, and they've held their own. If the touchdown stands, it'll be 7-7. 36-3 tally at the half. So those are things that you can build off of clearly. Field goal is good, or extra point is good, rather. And it is a 43-10 ball game. Nicely done for Durant. So that is the end of the third quarter as well. Just now realized that I still had the second quarter on the encoder panel, so I apologize. So it is a 7-7 third quarter. Durant kind of surprised, I think, Del City, coming out exceptionally aggressive. Onside kick to do the kickoff. They recover, can't get it, turn the ball kind of back over to Del City. They get a stop, and then from there, Del City scores, and then Durant methodically moves down the field. And best drive of the game, best plays of the game. I think the head coach has dialed it up right when they use the quarterback to fake the handoff instead of doing the read option plays, always handing left, right to go to guard. I think they finally are onto something with the quarterback maybe keeping it or rolling out. I think it gives them the option to not only run the ball, but also still throw it. So kudos to the Lions head coach or play caller. They try faking them again like they did. This one is going to be recovered. And Del City will have the ball once again at the 50-yard line. You have to sometimes pick your poison. If you're not aggressive, you can't get back in the game. If you do anything, to the level of foolish, it'll definitely cost you. Super close to making it 2 for 2 on potential kickoff recoveries. A good-looking squad from Del City. The 31 flying down the field. That kid is quick. I mean, he is like watching a deer run. Not very big, but when you're that fast, I guess it probably doesn't matter. It'll be more of an issue maybe in college than it is here in high school, but that young man's got some jets. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsor for tonight's action, Taco Casa. First and 10 from the 28. Yep, that one's coming back. Penalty yard marker down at the 30. So that is going to be a hold, and it'll bring back Del City from an almost conversion to a first and, by my math, if it's backfield, first and 15 or 18. Trying to see exactly where they're going to spot this one. It was a block in the back officially is the call. So it takes them all the way back to the 38. So it'd be first and 20 for Del City. Earlier in the game, they kind of threw me off. We had a similar penalty, and it only cost them 2 yards, which was kind of weird. I know sometimes there's spot fouls, and it doesn't always work to the advantage of the defense in that particular case. I mean, the other team held, it actually only cost them 2.
Fouls will be carried out to the 35-yard line. It will be second down for Eagles.
Quarterback keeper across the 30. He'll be just down at about the 28.
George Goolsby on the quarterback keep. Down to
Inside
the
now, 10
29
minutes to go in the ball game.
Third down for the Eagles.
Seeing 3rd and 11. Ball is at the 29, so they'll need to get down to the 18-yard marker. So would not be surprised if this is not going to be a pass. I also would be surprised if they didn't try to hand it off and just fool them, and they're not fooled. Kudos, number 45. He read that one perfectly. He saw the eyes, he saw the play, and he materialized and visualized exactly what he needed to do. Push him back all the way to the 32, so it'll be a 3rd and 14. We're now down to 9 minutes to go. 4th and 14 correction. And I think this is a ball where you just go ahead and try to get the pass play now that you probably should have called for 3rd down. If anything, you probably want to try to make it look like a rush, then throw, not the other way around. But if they split the formation here and go pistol format, it gives you the option to pretty much do whatever you want on the handoff or potential throw. Drops back, clears the field, and it is deflected. There is a flag though, so keep that in mind. I think they're going to have pass interference as the call on Durant. It was a contested ball, and I actually lost position of it. Unable to get the turnaround here. There we are. Nice squad there tonight doing the work. Beautiful weather, exceptionally cold here. So major kudos for them. I've got 2 jackets on and I'm still cold, so I can only imagine how they probably feel. All right, so we flipped over here to get you the back end of this call. Because it was a little confusing. We had 2 calls, I guess, it looks like. All right, so it wasn't necessarily. It was a penalty after the play that did not result in enough yardage to make it an automatic first down. It only gave them 4 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 Durant. So if you can follow that, it was 4th and 14 with the penalty, only 4 yards counted. So it's assessed after the play. Boom, fumble, boom, fumble, and recover. Eight minutes to go here in the ball game. So we have a little confusion and consternation there. I don't necessarily blame the coach because it wasn't crystal clear, even me coming down on this end, whether or not Del City was 1st and 10 at the 14 or if it was going to be 4th and 10 at the 10, which the math still didn't work on the way it came out. So folks, I don't know sometimes on these calls. Because that's where it pretty much read when I got over here, is it said 4th and 10 and they had the ball at the 10-yard line. Ball is moved to the 21, so I believe if I'm correct, that is now the 5th first down of the game. I think maybe one of those might have just been on the penalty. But Durant doing much better here in the second half, 7:10 to go. Quarterback fakes, rolls out, throws. Ball just keeps pulling back. Causes the defender to pull on the jersey. It's going to be pass interference against the Eagles. So it'll be another conversion by penalty. And that one will give them the full 15, I would assume. And here we go. 21 all the way up to the 36 would be my guesstimation. Hands off again. Cuts back up. He's going to be tripped up. Nice tackle by number 31, who's pulling some double duty here tonight. Kind of a popular trend with obviously Colorado's Devin Hunter doing some two-way action. Used to see it a lot more in the 80s and 90s than you definitely do now. Class B and C, you see it all the time. There's virtually not a game that somebody isn't going to play two different sides of the ball usually. Ball wobbles. They are able to convert, and we're totally blocked from the rear side, so the best completion pass-wise in the game, and it'll net them about a 20-plus yard gain.
Result of the play will be a first down for the Lions at the Eagle 38-yard line.
6:10 remains here in the fourth and final quarter. Another pass completion. Durant definitely having some success here late in the ball game. Will it be too little too late? That's kind of the problem. But to making, positive reinforcement, it's not just about tonight's game for them. It's about finishing a season in a certain way. Obviously, it's going to be a bubble decision on whether or not you even make the playoffs when you finish 5-5. So sometimes you're playing for more than just the result.
Center forward, Jamal Williams is on the stop. Result of the play will be a first down.
Quarterback drops, wafts the ball up, nothing doing. Pass interference is going to be the call. And it is going to be another one on the move here for us. We'll get you on the other side of the game. So pass is off the mark, considerably short. However, that's what happened the last time this transpired, which is the wind caught it, and as a result, the defensive backer ties up and grabs a hold, not seeing the ball coming all the way in fruition, not realizing that it's going to be off the mark, and that he could, in effect, just back off. So it's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Up the middle.
With the
is just all kinds of consternation here. Timeout called, Lions. You almost have to burn that one because you're going to eat a timeout if you don't. 3:29 remains in the ballgame. It is 43-10 Del City over Durant, Class 5A action, wrapping up the Week 10 format of high school football for OK Preps. With the advent of the Week 0 games, some of the teams have had their byes as early as Week 1. Others taking them this week for Week 10. Carl Albert was off. I think Week 8 was when they finally got their first bye. They had played Week 0, so in effect, they had already played their 9th game before they took their break for Week 9. And they'll be back in action tomorrow, trying to go a perfect 10-0. So far, only Elgin, Carl Albert, and Del City remain undefeated in Class 5A. 3rd and 1, exactly the reason why they wanted to get it. They got the encroachment call, and it should be an automatic first down as it gets into the neutral zone, number 74. So that's what they wanted. They set the timeout for it. Quarterback pulled back, rushed to kind of give the persuasion that he's going to sneak it on a quarterback keeper, and instead doesn't hike the ball. And it ends up being a 5-yard penalty against the Eagles. First down and 10 at the 13-yard line. Quarterback keeps it, rolls right on the sweep. He's going to cross over at the 5-yard line, and it'll be, I think he's going to split the difference. I think they're going to only have to get to the 2 now. Correction, 3-yard line. So to convert it and make this a 1st and goal, all he needs to do is, in effect, to get inside the 3. So another scoreboard error on the keeper for the Eagles. He's going to be inside the 4. So it is going to be 3rd down. However, they just need just a little bit more than a yard. I'll show you the marker there and kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Scoreboard operator has got 3rd and 4. It's not 3rd and 4. He's only got to make it down to the 3. Hikes it, keeps it. However, we're going to have whistles galore. False start. That one proves costly. It's going to go in reverse. Back to the 9-yard line. So they will need a 6+ yard gain. The marker right here in front of us has got it spotted. You can see where the 3 is right there. So it's just inside the pylon marker. He's going to have to get just a couple of inches past that little slot. Puts the ball up in the air. Deflected. Nice defense by Del City. All right, so here's the decision. Do you go for a trickeration play? Do you go for the points? While that the wind has finally stopped on this direction, only a minute and a half to go. If I'm the head coach, I go for this. I know that I've got to get 3 to the 3. Another penalty. Del City pointing again toward, I believe it's going to be against number 73, movement. And not what you want to see when you're potentially just needing to get to the 3. So back-to-back plays, losing 10. So making it much harder on themselves now. They're at the 15. You got to think this has got to be a pass, and you're going to have to probably get a penalty yourself to convert this. Here we go. 4th down. They'll need 11-plus yards. Quarterback drops, throws again. This one much better off the fingertips of the wideout. He just hit his face mask. That one should have been a TD. Turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for Dale City. They will probably be content just to go into victory formation here. And they do not. Quarterback keeps it, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Drops him all the way back to the 10-yard line. Well, if there's a positive for Durant tonight, it is the fact that they scored even in the second half. They actually outscore the team by keeping them from scoring, so that is a win in and of itself. So it's a slow second half after a 36-3 lead at the half, 7-7 squad in the third quarter, and then scoreless in the fourth. Knee is taken all the way to the 5. So if any yardage kept for quarterback running, that's going to be a negative there for him. 29 seconds to go. That will do it for the play clock, now setting at 35. Your final score, Dell City 43, Durant 10. Thank you for watching Prep Nation TV coverage. And everybody have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Bedlam game tomorrow. And thank you for tuning in.